Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, picture this. It's one of those perfect sunny afternoons in Santa Cruz. The air's just buzzing. And we're about to unpack some, well, really profound insights that actually came from a totally spontaneous coffee house chat. So today we're diving into this transcript. It's from a YouTube video, Luna's Musings, a coffee house conversation, features Guru P, Eclectic Scout, and Tara Singh. It's on the Eclectic Scout Pod Zero channel. And honestly, it's just packed with this unexpected wisdom we're going to pull out for you.
Yeah, what's really interesting here, I think, is how much depth can just, well, surface from moments that feel completely casual on the surface. So our mission really for this deep dive is to look at how these sort of chance encounters can actually give us powerful lessons, lessons about handling life's curveballs, finding resilience, and really appreciating that element of serendipity in our lives.
Okay, so let's set the scene. It starts at Santa Cruz Coffee Roasters. And guess who's there? Guru P. Which is weird, right? Because apparently he's not even a coffee drinker. But there he was, the transcript says, holding court at a table out front.
Holding court, yeah.
Then, talk about timing. Eclectic Scout, who's always off on some adventure, had literally just gotten into town that afternoon. Spots Guru P.
It feels really, I don't know, synchronistic, like the universe just pushed them together right then.
Well, and that's a really key point, isn't it? Because it wasn't planned. These spontaneous meetings, they often, they kind of strip away the usual pretense. You get a more raw exchange right from the get-go. People are maybe less guarded, and that sets the stage for something, well, potentially much deeper than just small talk.
Absolutely. And speaking of, people being themselves.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Guru P, John. He's apparently a self-proclaimed pun master. That's actually how he got the name Guru P.
Yeah.
Some people think the P literally stands for pun.
Right, I saw that. And he sees it as his, duty to inflict my silly sense of humor on those around him. Scout even jokes, calls him a punisher. And Guru P's comeback. They used to call me Dolphin John, but that was just a fluke. Haha. Classic.
What's kind of striking about that is how his commitment to the puns, even when the conversation could get serious, it wasn't just disarming. It actively created this playful, kind of non-judgmental vibe, made it easier maybe for deeper sharing later on. It really shows how just being consistently yourself, even in a lighthearted way, can open doors to, well, real connection, maybe more than a formal approach would.
Okay, so this casual chat then, it pivots. Tara brings up this recent trip Scout took with Guru P, a road trip to the Oregon Country Fair. And this is where it gets really interesting because, talk about an adventure, just before they hit the Oregon border, boom, tire blowout on I-5.
And Scout's reaction to that's a key thing here. He didn't panic, apparently.
Yeah.
Just jumped right on changing the tire. And this is practical detail, right? The RVs had dual tires in the back. That actually allowed them to limp back onto the road. It's a small thing, but it made a huge difference. It kind of highlights how sometimes just having that little bit of preparedness or the right equipment can really lessen the blow of something unexpected, like an unseen backup.
Right. And it wasn't just practical. Scout's immediate thought was, they were being looked after by the Great Spirit because they found this perfectly safe spot to pull over. That immediate gratitude, even when things go wrong, that really jumped out.
Well, it brings up a big question, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How do we cultivate that kind of acceptance? Maybe even gratitude, when we hit those unexpected bumps.
Okay.
The core idea coming out of this incident, as Scout put it, seems to be facing them with a good attitude is always best. And this idea that we're meant to grow from these bumps in the road, not fight them.
Yeah, he also said accepting them stops the difficulties from dragging on.
Exactly. It's about shifting, I think, from resisting the problem to being resilient through it, letting it be a catalyst for growth, not just, prolonged frustration.
Okay, so get this. Scout's just finishing up changing the tire, and almost like clockwork, a highway patrolman pulls up, just checking on them.
Perfect timing.
And Guru P starts talking to him. The officer was described as very cool. And not only did he check on them, he actually had them follow him off the freeway. He guided them straight to a tire shop.
Wow, that's pretty amazing help. What's really compelling there is how fast that obstacle, the flat tire, turned into this moment of connection and unexpected help. It wasn't just about fixing the tire anymore. It was about this sort of guiding hand appearing, turning a frustrating delay into this, well, guided journey to the solution. It really speaks to how human connection can kind of bloom in adversity sometimes.
And Guru P, with his usual mix of humor and insight, he then kind of zoomed out, said something like, life is full of contrasts and adventures.
Yeah.
He pointed out just hours before the blowout, they'd been sitting by this beautiful waterfall feeling totally blessed by nature. Talk about a contrast, right? Highway breakdown versus peaceful waterfall.
Yeah, that's a stark difference. And he also brought in his other skill, juggling. He sees juggling itself as a source of confidence for, well, juggling life's challenges. And this really ties into what Tara observed, that we are each given challenges in order to grow, making us more resilient.
Mm.
Groupie's metaphor, it's great. It links that physical skill, keeping things in the air, with kind of mental, emotional agility you need for life's ups and downs. It's like every challenge is just practice, building that capacity.
And Luna, she'd been quiet, just taking it all in. She chimed in then, saying she hoped to share some of these thoughts, these musings, in their little Zen small seed books.
Okay.
It really shows how these everyday chats, especially the ones spiked by, unexpected stuff, can hold real wisdom. So, to wrap up their adventure story, Scout confirms they did make it to the Oregon Country Fair, and it was, quote, wonderful as usual, with smiles on all the faces and love spreading everywhere. So, a happy ending to that part.
But the bigger takeaway, maybe, isn't just the happy ending. It's about the journey itself, isn't it? And how we sort of frame those challenges. Scout said they arrived feeling safe and feeling blessed, even after that big detour. It suggests the real win isn't just getting there, but how you grow and what you learn from the unexpected things along the path.
Right. So, okay, what's the takeaway for you listening? This whole thing started with a coffee chat, remember? Triggered by a flat tire. But it gives us these really valuable nuggets about resilience, about changing perspective, and about actually finding the blessings hidden in life's sharp contrasts. It's a reminder, I guess, that those bumps aren't just roadblocks. They can be, well, fertile ground. This deep dive, it really underscores the power of just keeping an open heart, an open mind, especially when things go a bit sideways. If you can embrace that kind of mindset, it seems like it leads to deeper understanding, deeper connection, not just with others, but, with your own ability to handle things.
And maybe something to think about is this. How often do the really profound lessons show up, not in some big formal lecture, but like in these casual moments, the unexpected detours, the little bits of help from strangers, the things that connect us when we really aren't expecting it at all.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe next time you hit one of those bumps in the road, big or small, try leaning into it with that same spirit, that acceptance, that curiosity. Because who knows, you might find some unexpected insight or a surprising connection or even a helpful stranger, turning that challenge into something genuinely meaningful, an opportunity for, real growth and resilience.
Please click like and then subscribe. Also share this video with your friends. Thank you.